Hi friends, Chad Hauer here, team leader for the Hauer Home Team with a South Sound market update. We're specifically going to be talking about Pierce County, Tacoma, Gig Harbor area, and the surrounding area. So let's dive in. As of December 2023 here, happy holidays. Let's see what we're looking at. So as we wrap up the month here, and we can see the final numbers are in for November. Median sale price increased slightly. We've been staying pretty steady at this $525,000 median sale price for Pierce County. So you can see even during the winter months, it hasn't really trickled off much. It's stayed pretty consistent there. This represents a 3% increase in home values since the same time last year. Now, when we look at the percent of last list price, we can see it's at 100%. So that's been maintaining here. So we're looking at a 5-year history here. So this is that crazy COVID era where things were going for over 102% over the asking price. Now we're still seeing they're selling for their asking price. Days on market, 18 days. So look at that. It has been slowly going up. However, anything below 30 days is very normal. When we look at the number of pending sales, the number of pending sales is down 10% locally since this same time last year. And when we look deeper into that, we can see, well, the number of homes for sale is down 18%. So that explains why we're seeing less pending sales. There's less homes that have been available. The number of homes sold is down 32%. Months inventory, we can see we're at 2.5 months worth of inventory. So it is good to see we're seeing a little bit more inventory coming to the market. And we're at 2.5 months right now, which is still very much so a seller's market. So to give some context to that, 6 months worth of inventory represents a balanced market between buyers and sellers. Right now, the market favors sellers. So what about interest rates? That's been the hot topic lately. Well, as of now, as of the recording of this video, we just wrapped up the 6th week straight of lowering interest rates. So that's been really good to help keep things moving along and create more affordability for buyers. So as of this moment, the average interest rate right now is 7.4%. And some interesting information. So if we look at that based on the median sale price here in the South Sound area of $525,000, we can see that puts the principal and interest payment at $2,974 a month. That's based on if you have a 20% down payment. Now, you don't need a 20% down payment. There's lots of loan products out there that can allow you to do 0 down or close to 0 down. So it all depends on kind of what your specific goals and scenario is. So the big thing that I think is important, the important message to be aware of right now is if you're wanting to buy a home, if you're wanting to move up into, if you're growing out of your house or have reasons that you're saying, I'd like to get that next house, marry the house, date the rate. You may have heard this before, and I think it's more important now than ever, because as we look at interest rates as they're coming down now, we just finished the 6th week in a row of them coming down, and the Fed has expressed that they're planning on reducing the Fed rate 4 to 6 more times in 2024. So looking at that, I want to give you some context to what that means. So 2 months ago, the same monthly payment that got buyers a $600,000 house now gets them a $660,000 house because those rates have come down. Now, another 1% drop in interest rates would get them to a $730,000 house at that same monthly payment. So that leads to a lot more buyers competing for the same house when that happens. So with that said, when we say marry the house, date the rate, it's because you may pay a little bit more for the house right now in interest, but you can lock it in at what would likely be a lower price today than it would be a year from now. So take that into consideration, and you can always refinance the mortgage. So that's what we say, date the rate, because you can refinance that mortgage into a lower interest rate should the interest rates in fact come down where they're expected to. So you got to figure if there's going to be that many more people, buyers coming into the fray, competing for the same house that you may be interested in, I'd rather do it early on before there's more buyers in that buyer pool than than later on and have that much more competition, which is going to mean less contingencies, have to pay more for it, all of those things. So we're continuing to see, rent has traditionally always gone up over time. So if you have not yet purchased a home yet, highly recommend do whatever you can to be able to get your foot in the door to own real estate. It's foundational to building wealth in this country and will set you up for solid success long term. So it's always a good time to make a plan, whether you're ready today or this is 5 years out that you'd like to do something. Reach out. We'd be happy to educate you and help you determine a plan, get you connected with a solid mortgage lender, can help explore your options with you as well. We appreciate you so much. If this is information that you think anybody would appreciate, please don't hesitate to pass this along. We're here for you. The whole Hauer Home team, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Thanks so much. Happy holidays.